Hey everyone, it's MKBHD here. Apple just dropped iOS 18.4.1 and let me tell you, this one is a head scratcher. Now, on the surface, it's your typical minor update. You know the drill bug fixes, performance improvements, the usual suspects. But what's got everyone talking are the fixes Apple didn't mention in the patch notes. See, folks over on Reddit and Twitter have been reporting some pretty wild stuff getting magically fixed after updating. We're talking weird Bluetooth glitches, random app crashes, even some funky AirDrop behavior. It's like Apple snuck in a bunch of secret fixes under the hood, and nobody knows what to make of it. Of course, this wouldn't be an Apple update without some drama. While some issues are getting mysteriously resolved, other users are reporting brand new problems popping up. It's a classic case of one step forward, two steps back. But hey, that's the Apple life for you, right? Now let's talk about the CarPlay situation. This one's actually pretty serious. I got an email from John, a viewer who had a terrifying experience with his CarPlay just after 18.4 dropped. He was driving home, using Apple Maps for navigation, when suddenly his display went haywire. The map froze, the music cut out, and his phone started blasting the low battery warning, even though it was fully charged. Talk about a recipe for disaster, right? Thankfully, John was able to pull over safely and reset his phone, but not before some serious heart palpitations. Now the good news is that 18.4.1 seems to have addressed this specific CarPlay bug for most users. But the fact that it happened in the first place? Not cool, Apple. Not cool. And here's the kicker. While this particular glitch seems to be resolved, other CarPlay issues are still plaguing users. We're talking about choppy audio, connection drops, and even instances of CarPlay refusing to connect at all. It's clear that Apple still has some work to do on the CarPlay front. But hey, let's shift gears for a second and talk about something a little more metaphorical. No, seriously, I'm talking about Meta. You know, the company formerly known as Facebook? Yeah, them. The rivalry between Apple and Meta is heating up, and it's all thanks to one little thing, AI. Both companies are pouring billions into developing the next generation of artificial intelligence, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Apple wants to integrate AI seamlessly into its ecosystem, making your iPhone, iPad, and Mac even smarter and more intuitive. Meta, on the other hand, is betting big on the metaverse, a virtual world powered by, you guessed it, AI. Now this battle is playing out on multiple fronts. We've got Apple's Siri duking it out with Meta's voice assistant. We've got Apple's R-Kit going head-to-head with Meta's Spark AR platform. And then, of course, there's the whole privacy debate, with Apple positioning itself as the champion of user data protection, while Meta, well, let's just say Meta has a slightly different approach. Section 4. Battery life. Better, but at what cost? But back to the matter at hand, your iPhone battery life. Now, I've been seeing a lot of mixed reviews about battery life on iOS 18.4.1. Some users are reporting noticeable improvements, claiming their iPhones are lasting hours longer on a single charge. Others, however, are experiencing the opposite battery drain so severe, it's like their iPhones are plugged into a black hole. Now, here's the thing. Battery life is notoriously difficult to measure. It depends on a ton of factors like your usage patterns, signal strength, and even the apps you have installed. So while some users might be seeing genuine improvements, it's hard to say for sure if it's because of 18.4.1 or just random fluctuations. Adding fuel to the fire is the recent release of iOS 18.5 Beta 2. Early reports suggest that this beta version is causing even more severe battery drain for some users. It seems like Apple is playing battery life whack-a-mole, fixing one problem only to create another. Section 5. iOS 19. Whispers of the future and potential disaster. Speaking of the future, let's talk about iOS 19. Now it's still early days, but the rumor mill is already churning. We're hearing whispers of a redesigned home screen, enhanced multitasking features, and maybe even some long-awaited changes to the notification center. Now, I don't want to get your hopes up too high, but if even half of these rumors are true, iOS 19 could be a major upgrade. But hold on, folks, because it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are also rumblings of potential compatibility issues. Some leaks suggest that iOS 19 might drop support for older iPhone models, like the iPhone X and iPhone XS. Now, this wouldn't be the first time Apple has phased out older devices, but if you're still rocking an iPhone X, this could be a deal breaker. Of course, take all of this with a grain of salt. Until Apple officially unveils iOS 19 at WWDC, it's all just speculation. Section 6. The community reacts. Laughter, tears, and memes. But you know what the best part of any new iOS update is? The memes, of course. As always, the internet did not disappoint. We've got people joking about the mysterious fixes, the CarPlay chaos, and the inevitable battery drain. My personal favorite is a picture of a guy holding his iPhone with a confused look on his face, captioned, "Updated to iOS 18.4.1. Now my phone can make toast, but it can't connect to Wi-Fi anymore. Progress? Hey, at least we can laugh, right? Section 7. The waiting game. A word of caution. So, what's the verdict? Should you rush to update to iOS 18.4.1? Well, as always, it depends. If you're experiencing any of the issues that 18.4.1 claims to fix, then it's probably worth a shot. But if your phone is working fine, you might want to hold off for now. Let Apple iron out the kinks first. And if you're still rocking an older iPhone model, especially an iPhone X, my advice is to proceed with caution. iOS 19 is just around the corner, and you don't want to be left in the dust. That's it for me, folks. Stay tuned for more tech news, reviews, and of course, memes. Peace out.